All right. Hello, everybody. Can you hear me? Hopefully, I'm coming in okay. My lights are a little weird. Had some trouble with my stream lights. Hopefully, everybody is doing well. Decided to stream tonight, talk about Aegis Day. I have a little bit of an announcement to make that I think will get everyone really excited. Hopefully, I sound a little better now. Every now and then my Logitech G Hub software will bring my mic volume down because of course it will, right? First off, how is everybody in chat? Hopefully you are doing well. Thanks for turning up tonight and tuning in. Got 20 over on Twitch, another 31 on YouTube. We'll build that up over the next hour or so. Again, hope everybody's doing well. Obviously, Invictus is still in full swing. It is what day is it? Is it day 6? Is it day 6? Day 5? I forget. It's one of those. But either way, it's Aegis Day, right? So that's always a big day. I see some people in chat here saying hello. I hope you're all well. Lazy Donuts, 07 to you as well. Eskimonian, it's Milas. Okay, yep. There is Todd Janopoulos, a very handsome man. A very handsome man. I'm just gonna put that out there. Todd knows he's handsome. So yes, I'm going to get to the announcement. I'm going to wait just a little bit though because I want to make sure that two things. One, make sure I'm prepped for it, and two, make sure that I am ready to start accepting things on it. Well, we'll get to that. We'll let the audience build for a minute here, and we'll talk about Aegis Day and all that good stuff before we totally unveil the announcement. Okay? But I'm pretty sure you're going to like it. I know if it was me and I was watching the stream and the announcement came, I would be pretty excited, especially after what Invictus has shown off so far of it. Okay, so Eskimoni has to go back to work in 30 minutes. Oh, sorry to hear that. I have to go to work in about 8 hours. So, okay, let's get into it. Real quick, we're going to swing over to the Aegis Day stuff real quick and kind of go through some of that. Just high level stuff, not a lot of changes with Aegis other than the Firebird, but we are going to talk about the Firebird a little bit. Like Ender says, I think this stream will be epic. Real quick though, before I forget, I am going to look into, it hasn't been decided yet, but I would like to do a Star Jump station sometime this weekend. Now, I'll be leaving on Sunday morning, so it may have to happen Friday or Saturday nights. One of those nights, probably, I don't know if it'll be a real long episode, but what I would like to do is do it on Saturday night so that we can talk a little bit, let's see, not Saturday night may work. I don't understand that sentence, Ender. But let's see what you say. It would be nice to be able to discuss the new Drake concept that will be unveiled on Saturday. However, we may be able to still talk about that on Friday because I have a feeling we'll know what it is by Friday. I don't think. See, Saturday, Ender says, I have D&D Saturday during the day, and I'll be free that night, maybe. Okay, no worries, Ender, not a big problem. Might be something we can do Friday night instead. And then, from there, we can talk about it because I'm sure it will leak by then. Charity stream, cool. Daftle, thank you for that subscription. Really appreciate it. Yes, Ender has a D&D charity stream over on his channel this Saturday, so make sure to check that out. Ender can pop his channel address right down there into the chat. Okay, we are going to, so again, if you're just joining us and you saw a big announcement in the stream title, I'm not stringing you all along. There is a big announcement. I'm going to let the audience build a little bit. I'm going to swing over to Aegis Day. We're going to start rolling through some of those ships, okay? All right. Appreciate it, Daftle. Thank you so much. That is really nice of you to say. Appreciate it. Okay, let's switch over. Okay, I was hoping I didn't have any graphics up that would spoil. So, okay, we are talking Aegis Day here at the Invictus Launch Week event, and look, it's oh there's Griffin Gaming in chat. Hope you're well, Griff. I really am looking forward to seeing you at Equinox. Definitely, drop by that booth. I got a little something for you. So a little bit of that swag. So stop by. Can't wait to see you. That's going to be on June 1st. Yeah, real quick, everywhere, before we get to Aegis, if you are going to be in Columbus around June 1st, you should go buy tickets for the Equinox event. I think you can type up Equinox, Star Citizen, Columbus. It'll come up. There's a website for it. Buy your tickets. There's going to be a big Star Jump booth there, like big. Okay, it actually may be a little too big. Okay, there's going to be all kinds of cool swag there for free, including posters, stickers, and these really cool little polished bronze pins, Star Jump pins. Really cool. There may also be some other fun stuff there. We're going to be doing a raffle at the booth where you can win a custom livery and fleet viewer. You get to pick the ship, you get to pick the paint, all that kind of cool stuff, get to pick the name. So that will be really cool. Oh yes, Kusanagi, great point. The new Drake will be brought up on ISC, so we can actually do a Star Jump station on that either Thursday or Friday, whatever works for you. Yeah, that should work. See, Kusanagi's always on top of shit. Want to make it work around Ender. Ender's balancing family, work, obviously priorities, as well as his fundraising stuff. So big hats off to Ender. Okay, now we're going to switch over. So come see me at Equinox. Huge Star Jump booth. I'm really proud of it. Put a lot of work into it. I think you're going to love it. And just like with all Star Jump stuff, I put a lot into the visuals. Let's just put it that way. Again, if you're coming over here for what's in the stream title, which is big announcement, there is a big announcement coming. I will announce that here shortly. Just give me a short bit. Let's go ahead and talk about Aegis for a bit, and then maybe halfway through Aegis, we'll kind of announce the announcement. Okay? All right. So it is Aegis. Well, so this Aegis is always a popular day at Invictus because it's a combat-focused manufacturer, and makes sense that this would be a popular day, right? The Invictus launch week is all about kind of the UEE Navy. It's got a kind of a combat, military flair to it. Aegis makes a lot of combat military ships, so it's always been a popular day. Not to mention the fact that it's got two big hull limited ships that go on sale, and technically 3 limited items that go on sale on today. We have obviously the Idris P, we have the Idris K aftermarket kit, and then or upgrade kit, whatever they're calling it, and we have of course the Aegis Javelin monster, which we're going to talk specifically about in a little bit. I saw someone in chat got themselves a Javelin today, right? I think I saw that up in chat. Okay, so first and foremost, the two big kind of things for Aegis today are the Aegis or the Saber Firebird, obviously new flight-ready ship, sort of based off the Saber Raven chassis, but there is a few changes to it that kind of blend some of the just standard base Saber aspects into it. We're going to go over that. Also, quick note, this was just added to Star Jump Fleet Viewer. So if you go over to starjumpfleetviewer.com, you can now bring up the Firebird. Thank you to Starlet for getting that in quickly today. And of course, thank you to VMXEO for processing it. By the way, VMXEO and Starlet have been awesome this Invictus. I don't know if they're watching, but huge shout out to both of them. They've really been fast on getting these updates pushed day of release. That may not be the case with the Drake concept coming later this week, but as soon as the Drake concept is released, I will start working on it. The concept ships do take a little bit longer to do because I have to sort of rebuild them. But of course, whatever this new Drake concept is, we will have it in Fleet Viewer, of course. You know me, I'm a big Drake fan. Okay, moving along. The other big one is the Retaliator, the first modular ship to land in Star Citizen. Um, this is in my opinion, this ship is kind of hallmarking a sea change for ships moving forward, both in how CIG sells ships, how CIG leverages modularity, and all that kind of good stuff. We're going to talk all about the Retaliator. I will go ahead and warn you, we're not going to talk about every single Aegis ship. Some of them are the same as they were last year, so there's no need in like getting in the weeds on the Vanguard variants, for example, but we'll mention them briefly. But what we're going to do is spend the majority of our time on some of these newer concepts and some of the modularity talk, as well as a little bit regarding the Idris and Javelin. And probably a little bit on some of the ships that are still yet to be flight ready. Aegis is always a tricky day though, because there's a lot of the same every year from them, but all of their offerings are still have a big role to play in combat, Star Citizen combat gameplay. So again, a popular day. We'll skip this part here. The daily war bond deal is the Gladius Valiant. This is something I was asking Ender about today. No, Ender, I did not get a Gladius. I ended up watching an Info Runners episode, and they were kind of talking about how these old legacy paints, while really cool, are pretty overpriced. So for example, the Saber Comet, the Gladius Valiant, the Avenger Renegade. And when you do break it down, like you were telling me today, the Valiant and the standard Gladius are pretty much the same ship, albeit with a different paint job. So what you end up doing is paying $20 extra for a paint job. And honestly, the if I was to get a Gladius, I'd probably put the Invictus paint job on it. Now, that being said, I am still interested in a Gladius, but I would really like to earn that damn thing through referrals if I can ever get there. On my current referrals trek, it'll probably be 20 years before I get to 10 referrals. So, anyway, Gladius Valiant, Daily War Bond. Obviously, they have some packs down here. Of course, the Aegis Complete Pack War Bond coming in at $8,070, and the Aegis Complete Pack for credit at $8,975. As well as your standard Aegis shirts offerings. So we are going to go ahead and move into... let's see. Yeah, we're going to start here. Obviously, Avenger series, nothing new here. However, I think let me just double check. Stand by. I think what they did was I forget which one it is, but the Stalker or the Titan, one of those went up in value a little bit and is now equal. So these two are equal to each other, the Stalker and the Titan. And that may signal how they want to do or how they're going to approach modularity with this ship as well. It's very possible that the bounty hunting pods could become some sort of just switch in, switch out sort of thing. So I could see that happening here, but that was a small price adjustment there. Again, other than that though, not a big change here with the Avenger series. I'm not a big fan of the Avenger series myself. However, I will totally admit that it's still a ship that has a lot of bang for buck and is generally really popular, especially the Avenger Titan. Again, just a lot of flexibility there. So I think people are always really excited about that. Okay, moving along. The Aegis Eclipse. I love this ship in terms of its looks. However, it is extremely overpriced, and it's even more overpriced in my opinion now that we see what the Retaliator torpedo variant is running for. So I don't know. I think the Eclipse is probably one of the worst priced valued ships in the game. Right up there with a Cuddy Steel and a few others. So personally, this would be an earning game one for me, but I do love the look of it. Yeah, and it's only got the 3 torpedoes. Sour, no, you have not missed the big announcement. We're only about 5 or 10 minutes away from it, though, so coming soon. Coming soon. Of course, we got the Aegis Gladius and the Gladius Valiant. Again, we were just talking about the Gladius series. I mean, the big thing to know about these ships, if you're interested in something like the Gladius, is the Gladius is going to really be one of those things that is always polished because it's, you know, the Squadron 42 ship. So it was the first one to sort of get a gold standard pass. I think it will still continue to be the ship that gets continuous updates, even updates that are possibly brought to Squadron 42 post-release. So the ship is one of the Squadron 42 hero ships. So yeah. Escaminian says, this guy gonna say he's got us all Javelin to share. Ah, I only wish. I wish. Is the Warbot... Oh, Hunter, is the Warbot Javelin still available? That is interesting. Jay Birdman, have a great night. Enjoy that movie. That's interesting on the Javelin because the first wave of Warbot Javelin sold out instantaneously today. But again, we're going to get to the Javelin. There's a Gladius, though. Again, really nice fighter to have. I've flown them. I like them. I don't own them. Like to own one, like to get one through referrals. If you are new to Star Citizen, my referral code is up there at the top. I don't have my referral link handy, I don't think. Let me check if I have it handy. Do I? Yep, there it is. Well, it doesn't give me the link. Oh, for God's sakes, I need to put the link in there. Oh well, forget it, don't worry about it. Main thing is we're moving along. The Hammerhead. Really interesting ship. This is your punching down ship. This is the ship that you will use to take out fighters from heavy, medium, small. This ship has a shit ton of turrets on it. I think it has 4, 5, I think it's 6 quad mounted size 4 turrets. So it has 6 of those. So it's a lot of DPS. In my opinion, the Hammerhead is overpriced for what it is. I think this ship should actually sit more in the... Personally, I think this ship should be more in the 550 range. So I would Grim Dinosaur, it's true, sorry. Personally, I would say the Hammerhead's a good $200 overpriced. Again, it's a really cool ship. I actually love the design of it, but it kind of is only good for one thing, and it punches down. So, in my opinion, it's overpriced, but really cool. I would never tell anyone not to buy anything because it was expensive. You're all, you know, human beings. You can do whatever you want with your money, but it is a ship that I think is overpriced. It does seriously need an update. It's not the worst offender though out of the Aegis lineup for updates. I would put the Reclaimer as the ship that is the most in need of an update from Aegis. So there we go. Hammerhead. We're going to skip the Idris. We're going to skip the Javelin. We're going to move over to the Nautilus. Okay, we're going to come back to those other two. Everyone knows I'm a big fan of the Aegis Nautilus. I think the Nautilus is probably the Nautilus is overpriced as well, however not as overpriced as the Hammerhead, and there's a couple reasons for that. The Nautilus has additional utility beyond its mine layer role. Okay, so not only can it lay out the homing mines, but it can also deploy the sentry mines, right, which aren't really mines. That can just straight up deploy sentry turrets. It also can deploy the Nemo minesweeping drones, but a little known fact, it can also deploy regular drones. Now you won't be able to get the most out of them, like repair drones and stuff. You won't be able to get the most out of them, but you will be able to do it. In addition to that, the Nautilus is pretty well armed. A lot of people seem to look at its mines and go, oh, well, it just oh, is it getting in the way? Sorry about that. How's that? There we go. Thank you, Leprotic. Sorry about that. It's the a lot of people will look at it and say, oh, well, it just carries its size 5 mines, right? Or its size whatever sentries. And they go, that's not going to do much. But you have to really look at it in totality, right? So it has the mine payload, of course, but it's also a heavily armored ship. Apparently, based off some of the stuff I've read, it's going to be one of the strongest ships in terms of just toughness. It also has a dual-mounted size 7 on the nose, and it has the dual turrets on the rear, and I think it has a missile launcher underneath that holds 12 missiles. I forget the size. But again, you take all that into consideration. This is a pretty well-armed ship. Again, offensive weapons, defensive mines, possibly offensive mines. I don't know. I still think the Nautilus has more value than the Hammerhead from a price point thing. If I had to target a price point for the Nautilus, I think it should be around 625. But CIG has it at 725, a little bit of a premium. I do think though that if you're into like rare ships, I actually think the Nautilus is going to be one of the rarer ships in the game. Like I don't think you're going to run across a Nautilus like all that often. The length of it, it's 125 meters long. So I think it's the exact same length as the Carrack Ward, like exact same length. Chroniclism says, still not convinced about mines in a space game. Chroniclism, I think you could think about it like this too, and I say this a lot. Think of the mines not necessarily as something to destroy something. One of the ways I will use a minefield is I will do big circular orbits with mines, dropping the mines off in a pattern. And you could do that around a big mining operation, outpost above an outpost, or even perhaps if we can build the little mini space stations like CIG hinted to, you build a couple rings of mines around that. And then even if a big ship comes in and those mines get set off, even if the mines don't destroy or even damage the ship, from the Nautilus you'll get alerted that a mine is now tracking. And in that way it becomes a security fence, right? The Nautilus is now your security ship. It can tell when the wire's been tripped, so to speak, and then you can announce, hey, we have incoming, etc. Colton, very soon, buddy. It's here in the next couple of minutes, here in the next 5 minutes for sure. I just got something processing here, and it's about to be done. Rough Galaxy, you're right though. It's $725 is a lot for an alarm. Again, you have to take into account everything else it does. Okay, Aegis Redeemer, really interesting ship. I owned this at one point. Kind of a heavy gun ship. Pretty decent value considering that the Eclipse is not much less than this, and this you're getting a hell of a lot more firepower, and you can do it with your friends. So Aegis Redeemer, still a really popular ship. Let's see here if it knows would be cool for deploying drop pods. Yeah, I mean, we'll see what the Nautilus can deploy. I mean, CIG did say they were going to expand upon its initial payload, so we'll see. All right, the Retaliator. We're going to circle back to the Retaliator in a minute as well, because we're going to talk about modularity. Saber and the Saber Comet, not much difference in those two ships. I don't know how I feel about the 170 mark. I guess it's a pretty good deal. Based off when you compare it to other fighters, I guess you're paying a little bit of a premium. I would think. Hey, but they have confirmed the Saber will fit into the Polaris, so that's something to think about. Okay, obviously the Saber Firebird. We're going to get into this. It is the new kind of little missile boat ship. Looks cool. Love the design of it. I think it iterates over the Saber Raven in an interesting way. I don't love the base paint job, but they have kind of a black and gold paint job that looks really cool. It's got kind of a carbon fiber thing going on, so it's really nice. Yeah, I mean, when you look at it, the Saber Comet and the Firebird being the same price, I don't know. It's really a decision if you want to go guns or missiles, really, at that point. Oh, we got a follow. Thank you for the follow, Dace Gaming. Appreciate that. Vanguard series, not going to go much into that. They're all there. Personally, I like the Sentinel the best, the E-War stuff. I think that's really cool. There was some rumors that maybe... Uncle Malky, thank you for that follow. Appreciate you. There were some rumors that maybe the Drake concept ship would be some sort of E-War Corvette. I don't know how that rumor started, but I sure would love to see it. I would love to see that, actually. All right. What do we got? Last but not least here, the Aegis Vulcan repair, rearm, and refuel ship. This is a pretty interesting ship, although I think it will only really service small or like light to medium fighters at the most. I think that's going to be kind of where that caps off at. Oh, thank you so much for the follow, Mayhem Mike 83. Appreciate that. I do need to stand by, everyone. Okay. All right. Let's see here. Okay. Eskimonian, don't worry. I'm going to post the announcement on Twitter as well. It's going to go on for about a month. Don't worry. You're not going to miss anything. Scooterwise, thank you for that follow. Okay, everyone. Now, before we get to the next ships, before we move to the Idris and the Javelin, we are going to talk about the announcement. Who wants to get into announcement time? Does everyone want to get to an announcement? Something kind of cool? Something kind of interesting? Let's see here. 52 on Twitch, and we have 73 over on YouTube. Okay, we're going to get to it, everybody. We're just going to get to it. Let me prep something here. So I wanted to do something that was a little bigger than we've ever done before, and something that would get people excited, celebrate Star Jump Fleet Viewer doing as successful it has been. I just did some metrics for that with Starlet, and I was really happy to see. In addition, wanted to celebrate Star Jump as a group. We're still around, still doing cool stuff, made great friends. Wanted to celebrate Star Jump Ender's charity endeavors. He's done great work for St. Jude Play Live and all that stuff. So really proud of him for what he's doing there. And we've just built up a really cool community. So we, or I guess I should say I, decided that it was time to do something big. Time to do something kind of crazy, get everyone excited. So what are we going to do? Well, here's what we're going to do. Is everyone ready? We are going to give away an RSI Polaris with LTI. Okay? Yep, the big Corvette that is that was on the show floor during RSI Day. It's obviously still flying around the verse, you know, for the ILW flybys. This is the biggest giveaway I've ever done, or that we've ever done at Star Jump. The ship is, well, it's courtesy of me, to be totally honest with you. Some things worked out. Oh, Hangry Sarah, I see Hangry Sarah in chat. Salute to you. I hope you're well. But we, it just worked out where through moving some stuff around, I was able to get a second Polaris, and with that, I thought, you know what, it's time to do something to excite the community that has supported myself, supported Star Jump Ender, supported Star Jump, Fleet Viewer, Star Jump Station, all the stuff we get into. So here it is. So you're probably wondering, how do you get in? Obviously, there's a QR code there. I'm posting a link on Twitter now. That also has a link directly to the giveaway. Now, I do need to make, let's see here, I do need to make one change real quick, so I'm going to have to do that while I'm on here with you all, so I apologize. Stand by, everyone. I need to grab... Okay, I need to add something here, so just bear with me. Bear with me. I need to edit the giveaway and add one more entry method here. And that is a retweet. Okay, there we go, and add entry method. Okay, I think I've got that done, and should be published. Let me just double check. Let me double check it's all working here, folks, and then I'll tell you about something extra special in regards to it. Okay, so there are 5 ways to enter the giveaway. Okay, there's five different ways to get an entry. You can do all 5 if you want. Okay, which is really cool. Shout out to another content creator though that helped me find a way to do this in a cool way. I wanted something that would. Oops, sorry, I'm rearranging some stuff. People, stand by, stand by. Okay, there we go. I wanted a way to do this to where there was multiple ways to get in, because we have people on YouTube, we have people on Twitter, we have a lot of destinations, right? So I'm going to make this big here. Let me switch over to my live screen here. Standby 1. We are going to, where is it? Oops, bear with me, everyone. Bear with me. Thank you for all being patient here. We're going to plop this bad boy here. Okay, so when you go to the giveaway page here, you can find it through that QR code link, which I'm going to pop up right now, which is right here. You can go here. You can enter your name and your email address, your date of birth, and you can enter the giveaway. That will give you 1 entry. You can then do the other 5 entries. A lot of these are just retweeting or visiting a page. Now here's the important one. If you read this fine print right here, thank you for the follow, appreciate it, Drago. If you read this link right here, or this little bit of text right here, it says those that go to our St. Jude page, our St. Jude Tiltify page, which is right here, the thing that Star Jump entered overseas. If you go to that link and you donate money, now you get 1 entry for just going there, but if you go there and donate $25, you'll get 10 extra entries into this giveaway. You get 10 for every $25 you donate too. So if you donate $100, you get, how many is that? You get 40 more additional entries. Okay. So, and then all that money will go to St. Jude. It doesn't go to us. Ender will manage that. We'll handle the awarding of the entries, because it has to be done manually. And yes, that's how it works. So you can go though, you can follow the YouTube channel, all that good stuff. Quick and easy. The giveaway goes until June 30th. Okay, June 30th, which is a Sunday. I will do the giveaway, and it's a big one. We'll see how it goes. Already have a lot of entries coming in now. I don't know if any of you have toured the RSI Polaris on the show floor during ISI Day, or went and seen it during its flyovers. But again, really, really cool. Yes, as Ender says here, donations must be before May 31st if you want to get those extra 10 points. After that, I will remove that little line item after May 31st, so just a heads up on that. Ender, is the Tiltify link going to be up beyond the 31st, or does the Tiltify link come off on the 31st? Let me know. Cool. Yeah, I'll check my DMs. It's in a window behind a window that I can't move at the moment, but I'll get there for sure. Let's see here. I'm going to pin something real quick here, everybody. I'm sorry, I posted this live on air, so let's see. Okay. Let's see here. Stand by, everyone. I'm checking a problem. Okay. Let's see here. Check and let you know. Okay, QR code gives me a scan limit error, FYI. Okay, it shouldn't. Let me check. It was just working for me a minute ago. It's working for me. Is the QR code working for anyone else? Scan worked for me. Poutine says the scan worked for him. So Stuicus, I'm not sure. But if you go to our Twitter, you should be able, I'm going to actually post it here. You can just go here as well. Yeah, you can just go there. Cool. But yes, that is the big announcement. Hopefully everyone is excited. I was a little iffy about letting go of such an amazing ship, but again, it felt like the right thing to do, to sort of give back to the community for all the great love and support. And again, I still have a Polaris, so that is good because I really love that ship. So, yep, there we go. Okay, so that being said, I am going to switch back over, and we'll talk more about that in a minute. We're going to switch back over to this. Let's see here. Okay, huge. Maybe one potential extra way to gain an entry TMG that. Okay, cool. I will check that for sure. I'll check that for sure. Bear with me, everybody. Okay. All right, let's get back to Aegis real quick here, and then we'll switch back. Now, also, for those that are at Equinox, if you come to the Star Jump booth, I might have some special tokens that give you an extra entry. Not 100% sure. I'm seeing if I can get that done in time. But yeah, let's see here. Okay, we're going to get back to it. The Aegis Idris is the next ship we're going to talk about. A lot of follows coming in, so which is good. But I'm going to, for the sake of the show, I'll turn off the little alert. We'll see the Javelin go overhead one more time. Salute to you. Okay, I think that fixed it here. Stand by, everybody. Okay. Thank you for all the follows. Appreciate it. Get in on that contest. So the Aegis Idris P, obviously this is the P variant. There is a K upgrade kit that is associated with this ship that you can also purchase. The ship is $1,500. It's an expensive ship. But the reason that I wanted to talk a little bit about the Idris is that, you know, this very well could be the last Invictus that you can purchase it for, you know, the current price. It may be the last one that it's still a concept ship technically, you know, because it is. I'm speculating here, but it's possible that the Idris could go flight ready in our hands before Invictus of next year. I don't know if that's the case. Zombie Pig, thank you for that subscription. I don't know if that is the case. It's possible, right? I think that's possibly being a little aggressive, but you never know, right? You never know. If you haven't toured the Idris, it is out tourable in Invictus, and it travels from port to port. I went and walked through it the other day with Enter. Super cool ship. I mean, they just banged up the inside. I love the firing range. The hangar's really cool. The hangar's a little bigger than I thought. It's different being in there. And then one really cool thing about the ship is just that bridge, right? You walk up those staircases, you turn right or left depending on which one you go up, and then boom, you open up into. Hey Griff, thank you for that subscription for 8 months in a row. You are a legend. Thank you, sir. But you then open up onto that mighty bridge. You see the ship out in front of you. It's just a really cool feeling, right? I will say that the Idris it's a big ship. This is an org ship. This is a ship you're going to take out with all your friends. You're going to have a good time in it as a big group. You know what I mean? It's got some utilitarian usage that can probably be applied to it. I mean, you could technically move cargo and things like that in it, in the hangar. But that's not really what it's made for. This thing is to go in and wreck faces. However, because the Idris has those giant ramps out the back, I do think that it'll be a really great ship for transporting, especially ground vehicles and stuff. So I could definitely see the Idris playing a big role in like Atmo esports races and stuff, just transporting all the racers and stuff. By the way, thank you everyone for the follows. Really appreciate it. Get in on that giveaway. And thank you for the subscriptions. The Stigerus, thank you for that follow. Gustavoyet, I'm terrible with names. Thank you for that subscription. But yes, the Aegis Idris getting closer and closer to a flight-ready state, right? We're getting there. The ship is now fully tourable. CIG did say there was some stuff they wanted to do before it hit the PU. We know the missile room needs to be addressed. Kind of shocking that it hasn't been addressed yet, but maybe it has and we just haven't heard about it. But another thing it needs is it needs just sort of like that passive stuff that, you know, are on modern ships, right? So light switches, it's going to, I'm assuming they're going to try to get resource management into it. That's again a little bit of a speculation. We'll see where they land on that. I mean, they could release it as is, but it seems kind of silly with it being a capital ship, and it just seems like the perfect platform to release with resource management, all the room gameplay, right? So the you know, gravity and air, we've been hearing more and more about that for 4.0, but just bringing all that online with the Idris, I could see happening. So there we go. Next ship to talk about is the Aegis Javelin Destroyer, the big boy, the largest ship in Star Citizen that a player can buy with real money. Let's see here. Wardlight says, didn't they say the interior we see is old, like they have already done the new inside? Which ship is that for, Wardlight? Are you talking about the Idris? The Squadron 42 Idris has additional stuff inside of it, kind of layers of clutter and lived-in kind of props. It's possible CIG may bring some of that in. Yeah, but I think the interior we're seeing now is not quite finished for PU. I would agree. Chronicles says, is the reason the missile room isn't ready yet because they haven't finalized size 10 torps and up to size 12? I'm not sure because the missiles aren't size 10 torps or size 12, so I'm not sure how that would affect it, Chrono, but yeah, I'm not really sure. I mean, obviously the Idris has size 12s, size 12 torps. But I'm not sure if that affects the Idris in any way, in terms of the missile room being, you know, being unfinished. So, but the Aegis Javelin, obviously the biggest ship that a player can own, 480 meters long. It is a giant ship. I have seen the interior. I would love to share it with you all, but I don't know if CIG wants me showing the interior of the ship, but it is really cool. It's 5 levels. I think it has 5 decks. One of those decks is like a utility deck, but it's pretty cavernous, pretty big. It's got, I think, 6 or 8 modular rooms in it. We still haven't heard what those modular rooms are going to be. I would assume they're combat related or crew related. I doubt we'd see like, well, I guess we'd see maybe some cargo rooms and stuff like that, but we'll see. But yes, Aegis Javelin. So I checked earlier today, and the Aegis Javelin sold out immediately for Warbond. I'm talking like, it must have sold out in like 2 minutes. 2 minutes. It must have been that fast. Hey, oh, there's Starlet. Starlet, hello, salute to you. We were just shouting you out earlier, Starlet, for your hard work in getting Fleet Viewer updated so quickly with ships like the Firebird and whatnot. So, but the Javelin sold out super fast in the first wave today, and in the second wave, I guess some of you down there were saying that the Warbond Javelin was still available up until just a few minutes ago. Is that correct? Obviously the credit Javelins went pretty fast. I think we're still seeing that high interest in the Javelin specifically because you know, John Crew mentioned it again just recently that the ship is going to release It's going to be after Squadron 42's release, but they are looking at it. They are taking a look at its modularity, taking a look to see if what it would take to bring it online, what still needs to be fixed up with it. So it's going to be interesting over the next 12 to 18 months to see what CIG does in terms of communication in relation to the Aegis, to the Idris and the Javelin, right? Thank you everyone for the follows. Again, we are doing that Polaris giveaway, which was semi-made possible through Starlet's help. So I appreciate that, Starlet. But doing the RSI Polaris giveaway, you can follow the QR code there. You can also follow the link down below and get in on that. Jav is sold out for now. Yes. Okay, cool. So the Aegis Javelin, there it is, the big old ship. Now, last but not least, let's talk about the Firebird. Did anyone get a Firebird today? Let's switch over to the Firebirds page. Who ended up picking up a Firebird? Picked one up? Yeah. So obviously this is built off the Saber Raven hull or chassis, whatever you want to call it, with some changes, albeit they filled in the holes, put the two vertical stabilizers on the rear, brought it up to gold standard level, and obviously made it a missile boat that can fire an entire row of 6 missiles. Beyond the Tumbril Storm, I think this ship now fires the most missiles at one time, if I remember correctly. It's an interesting ship. It's not one that I was looking to purchase myself, but I do think it's interesting. I think for people that couldn't snag a Saber Raven, it's a great alternative and could be really interesting to see how that missile gameplay works out. Firing 6 missiles in a volley and then another 6 in a volley could be really brutal in some head-to-head combat scenarios. Again, provided you can get on target quick enough, right? Black Eagle Op says, is there a listing somewhere of gold pass ships? I don't think so, but there hasn't been many yet. There's only been the Gladius, the Saber, the Retaliator now just got it. I forget. Yes, another variant is coming, probably a QED variant. Okay, let's see here. What else do we have for this? They did have some paints with it. I forget what those look like. I mean, I love the ship. I think it looks really cool. I actually think it looks cooler than the Saber Raven, to be honest with you. I just don't like this paint job. I like the Concierge paint job, which is right here. I think it's the Ash Cloud, right? So it's kind of the black and gold. I mean, I think that looks slick. That looks better than the Saber Raven to me. I don't know if you all agree. There's also the Windbreak and the Landslide color schemes. Yeah. Again, ship is 26 meters long and has 12 size 3 missiles, dual Mantis, GT-220, size 3 Gatling cannons, crew of 1. There you go. Yeah, it's an interesting ship. It comes in at 170 for Warbond, 185 for credit. They have a Saber triple pack you can get for 460. I wouldn't buy that. You can also, I think with the Warbond, you of course get it with the Concierge paint. If you're Concierge, you have access to that, which is kind of cool. You can also, though, still buy all 3 paints on their own. If you're Concierge, and if you're not Concierge, then you can buy the 2-pack, obviously. Let's see here. Starlet just slid right over into Twitch. Starlet, I hope you're well. Hope you're well. All right, next we are going to talk about... Let's move over to... Let's move over to... Where is it? We got to circle back to it. Where is it here? Customize yours. We're going to go into the Retaliators page here. Thank you for that subscribe, Gunner. Really appreciate it. Thank you so much. So the Aegis Retaliator, it is it's live with its modularity. You know, Doing the nice little turn here, we can see obviously that one was spec'd out with 2 torpedo bays, both in the stern and bow. But here you see cargo. I think there is, so cargo and torpedoes are the ones that are ready to go now. But if we scroll down, you can see, so here's the cargo module, here's the torpedo module. You can also see a personnel and dropship module is planned. Now those are for both the bow and stern. I believe the stern is a little smaller, and then the bow is the bigger module. So it's kind of interesting how the for example, the personnel module for the stern, it is a little different than the one for the bow. I think that's kind of interesting. So you could put both personnel modules in your Retaliator and have the most useless Retaliator ever made. So that's kind of interesting. Again, I think the Retaliator doesn't interest me too much for its modularity, but what I do think is interesting is what this signals for the game moving forward, right? I think it's going to be a big deal for ships moving forward, just in how ships are sold, how they're marketed, all that kind of good stuff. This will affect ships, obviously, like the Galaxy, hopefully ships like the Caterpillar, the Avenger, so on and so forth, right? Let's see here. Do they have the prices? Couple paints available. Factory standard, which I think obviously looks really cool. The Backlash, which is a really cool paint job. I love that CIG did something a little wild with it. Underbrush, kind of interesting. Muted, very Aegis. And then the Calico, also kind of interesting. I can't really get a good beat on that one though. Again, ship 71 meters long. So we do have... Starlight can remind me, we have the Retaliator in Fleet Viewer, obviously, but I don't know if there's been any changes to how Hangar Link reads that, or if that's an update to come. Starlight maybe could chime in on that. Obviously, you can get the Retaliator with all of the modules for $360. Again, that just highlights how overpriced the Eclipse is. You can also buy a Retaliator that's cargo enabled or a torpedo enabled Retaliator for $200 and $255 respectively. Starlet says all the Retaliators are now base models. The bomber variant no longer exists. Gotcha. Okay. I actually totally agree with you, Harabeck. I would like the Tally more if it did not have the VTOLs. I totally would. I don't... How many SCUs of cargo does the... You know what? I don't know. Does it say here? Cargo module. 36 SCU for the stern. And 38 for the bow. So 38 for the bow, 36 for the stern. So all total, what? That's 84, 74, something like that. Yep. Yeah. So there it is. It's kind of your normal offerings. This one comes with the little leather flight jacket, which I think is kind of a cool little add-in. I'm not sure if they overpriced that or not, probably. But there you go. That is the Retaliator. So obviously, again, Aegis Day, big deal. We have Aegis Day tomorrow as well. And then after that, I think we have... What is next? Is the schedule up? I forget. Let's look at the schedule. Event schedule here. After Aegis Day, we'll move into Anvil. So Anvil would be the 23rd, 24th. The big question there is going to be, are they going to sell the F8C and the F7A Mark II? We don't know. We don't know how they're going to handle that. Partially, I want them to keep them as sort of earning games in terms of you have to get the golden tickets and stuff. But again, we'll see how they handle that. CIG is not above flipping a switch on us and everything changing, obviously. And then obviously on May 25th, 26th, that'll be Saturday and Sunday respectively, Drake Interplanetary. We move on over to DefenseCon. We are going to get a new Drake concept. We don't know what it is. It's a complete mystery to me, but I've heard rumors of something. I've heard all kinds of rumors. I've heard rumors everything from a ground vehicle all the way to a Corvette. I have no clue. I think I heard Execute on InfoRunner's show saying that John Cruz stated that there needs to be additional big Drake ships put into the pipeline so that they can get enough assets built up to create the the Kraken. I don't know if that's true. I don't know what the source is on that statement, but if that's the case, then obviously I'm hoping it's a sizable Drake ship so that they can get some more ships in that lineup, so that when they do circle back to the Drake family, you know, they can do that. Let's see. Let's see, Starjump. You know, Starlight. I don't know. There's a few sites I usually check to see how the funding is going, but I haven't checked any. I haven't checked any today, so I'm not totally sure how the funding's going. I would imagine decent. I would imagine pretty decent. I mean, I think both the Ursa Medical and Firebird have been pretty popular, in my opinion. I think the Argo Tractor was a little bit of a, you know, a niche ship, but I think the Ursa and the Firebird have been pretty popular, if I had to guess. I mean, I don't know, just based off of what I've heard and sort of the response to that. Okay, so let's go back one more time here to talk about this. Nope, not that. Not that at all. What am I talking about? Not that. This bad boy. Again, we're doing a Polaris giveaway. 5 ways to enter. One of those is limited though, because it will come off. One of the options will go away on the 31st. And that is the St. Jude Tiltify link option. Don't forget though, if you do end up donating $25, you'll get 10 extra entries into the contest. For every 25, you'll get 10 more entries. I do have to enter those manually though, so if you do donate, you won't see them just apply to your entries right away, right? It takes a little time for me to enter those manually. So yes, big time giveaway for us. Super excited. I hope it drums up a lot of interest in Star Jump, and you know, obviously this was a hard one to pull out of my hangar to do a giveaway with, but it felt pretty epic, and how could we not, right? Okay, so anything else before I go? Let me think. Last but not least, I guess I would just say that actually, hold on a second. Did I not put... Okay. Last but not least, again, if you are going to be at Equinox, please, oops, sorry, one second. Okay, yes, if you're going to be at Equinox on June 1st in Columbus, Ohio, come by and see me. I'll be at the Star Jump booth. Star Jump's going to have a big, massive booth. I put a lot of work into it. I'm really excited. I hope you are too. Come by and see me. Got all kinds of free swag. Got posters. Got really cool polished bronze pins, stickers. We're doing a raffle for a custom Fleet Viewer livery. All kinds of cool stuff. So, that being said, anybody have any questions about the giveaway while you have me? Let me know. Let me know. While you're asking those, or any questions about Invictus and Aegis Day. And while you're doing that, I'm going to bring something up here. Titan suits. Someone's saying Titan suits. We don't know when we're getting Titan suits, do we? Still could be a ways off. I think CIG wants to save those for after Squadron 42, if I had to guess. Oh, let's see here. I'm just bringing something up, everyone, while we're all talking here. Let's see. Also, the fact that Nerso was validated by CIG. Yep, obviously a little bit of controversy with the Ursa. I think there'll be conversations surrounding that for a long time. Obviously, the commercial was, you know, the commercial. Okay, let's see here. Sorry, I'm bringing something up, everyone. Bear with me. Bear with me. Just bringing up. Almost ready. Almost ready, everyone. Okay. Anything else before we head off for the night? Again, I want to do a station, possibly on Thursday, talking about the new Drake concept ship, so stay tuned for that. I did not do a poster giveaway tonight, but I'll probably do a poster giveaway on that show. And if you forget what that is, we generally do a poster giveaway. Let me switch back to it. Stand by. We've been doing a giveaway for this poster right here. I will do that on the episode we have coming up on Thursday. Okay, the Stargem Station episode, we're going to talk about the new Drake concept. We'll do another ILW poster giveaway. Robert, yes. The product says, will depressurization be coming to ships? Yes, it will, because of the room system. And I think they said that was coming with 4.0. Okay, we are going to raid. Someone who I've never raided before, but is well known, and we've got a lot of common friends. So we're going to raid good old expat Brett. Please give her a lot of love and give her that Star Jump love. I hope you all had a great night. Hopefully you're all excited about the giveaway. Again, I'll be reviewing how all that stuff is going. This is the first giveaway I've done of this type. Obviously a big ship coming out of the hangar to do this, but I'm really excited. So all of you had a great night. You're all amazing. Giant salute to you. Thanks for the follows. Thank you for the subscriptions. You're all legendary. I'll talk to you all real soon. I gotta go take the dog out to poop. It's just real life, right? Have a good night, everyone. Take it easy.